Hello and welcome back to the port. I'm the Guy Major, and this is a French destroyer teaser. Basically, the French destroyers have been announced as coming for early access in the next patch. However, this was only announced about an hour and a half before I streamed on Friday, so therefore I didn't really have a chance to record this yesterday, and obviously I'm being a bit late to the party by releasing it this late on a Saturday. However, I had other life things to do today, so unfortunately, this is the only time I've been able to actually sit down and get this recorded. So basically, what you'll be seeing is a picture of 4 destroyers. This is taken from the video that they've released on Discord and Facebook. What you'll be seeing is at the bottom is what to expect at tier 3, the next one up what to expect at tier 4, second from top is what to expect at tier 5, and then the top one is what to expect at tier 6. And then obviously they haven't shown us what tier 7 is going to be, but we can elaborate on what to expect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through some of the information that is available on these destroyers from the PC version of the game. However, some of these values, some of these statements need to be taken with a little bit of a pinch of salt, because you never know when transferring from PC to Legends, there could be things they might change or might tweak or might leave out. So obviously get your salt shaker ready, but this is going to be a generalist kind of idea what to expect. So in regards to the French destroyers, what we can kind of expect is they will have powerful guns, they're going to have great speed, they're going to not have a smoke generator, so there's going to be no smoke on these. However, they should have a reasonable HP to obviously try and offset some of that. They should come with a engine boost, and that engine boost is going to be special. It's going to be kind of, I guess you could say, a French engine boost. So what we can expect is that's going to give us plus 20% speed for 120 seconds. That's then going to have a 120-second reload, and you should be expecting to have about 3 of these consumables. The other thing to mention is on the PC version tier 6 and up, they come with main battery reload booster. So I think for us, we can kind of expect that coming from tier 5 upwards. Now this main battery reload booster on the destroyers will give a minus 50% reduction in the reload time for the duration of the consumable, which will be about 15 seconds. Now the reload booster will have a reload time of 100 seconds, and you will have 4 of these charges believed. Obviously some of these numbers may change, or they might drop this in its entirety, so that's something to watch out for. Now it looks like you're going to be expecting quite a decent caliber gun. So starting at the destroyer that you're seeing at the bottom there, what we're expecting at tier 3, you're going to have to pardon my French. Obviously French isn't really any of my languages, and I haven't really spoken it since I was 12 years old, from when I learned it at school, I guess you could say. So at tier 3, I guess we can expect the Bourrasque. That's my take on it. Now she's going to come with 130mm main battery gun size. That comes in at just a little over 5-inch guns, so that's really quite interesting. Now from what we can see here, that seems to match up, is you do have 4 times single mount guns. So you got A turret, B turret at the front, X and Y at the rear. Now torpedo launchers, it looks like you have 2 triple mounts along the center line. So going over the pros and cons, what to expect with her, we can expect that she's going to have a high HP pool, she's going to have powerful artillery with decent damage, they're going to have long range guns, the torpedoes are going to have quite high damage output and can be stealth torpedoed. So this is going to be quite interesting, because we're used to some of the gunboat destroyers like the American tier 3, 4 and 5, and say the Russians tier 3, 4, 5 and 6, or being quite gunny but not being able to stealth torpedo. So that's going to be possibly something to draw you towards these. However, obviously bear in mind that they are going to come with some negatives. These negatives are going to be not having a smoke generator. Torpedoes are quite slow reloading in this case. The quite a large turning circle, possible poor gun arcs, so therefore you might have to stand quite broadside onto a target to bring all your guns or all your torpedo tubes to bear. It looks like you might not have the greatest speed base, but obviously with that really decent engine boost, you could be looking at a very high top speed once you have the engine boost equipped. Now going on to the second from bottom, or the third down I guess you could say as well, this is what I believe to be the Jaguar or Jaguar. So this is still got 130mm guns, so that's about 5 inches, and you can confirm that if you look at between the one at the bottom and the second one up, you can see that the gun mounts are pretty much the same. It's that kind of, you can see the shield of the gun, but you can see it doesn't go all the way down to the deck. There's actually like a, I'd say like a, in reality, a foot gap between the shield and the deck, so that kind of confirms that we are looking at the same gun caliber. Now you've got 5 of these guns along the center line, so you've got A turret, B turret, Q turret, X turret, Y turret, and it also looks like you have 2 triple torpedo launchers as well. Now going on to the pros and cons of the Jaguar, we are looking obviously again at a high HP pool, quite a decent gun range, torpedoes have a good speed and range and good damage as well, and with your engine boost you're pretty nippy. However, you don't have a smoke screen, you have a poor detectability range, your torpedoes are quite slow to reload, and again you have to put yourself quite broadside on in order to get your all torpedo tubes or all of your guns to bear on an enemy target. Now going on to what we're expecting to be coming to us at tier 5, is the Guépard. Now the Guépard is the first of the French destroyers which come with 139mm guns. That's about 5.5 or 5.5 inch, 5.5 inch. Now you've got 5 of these turret mounts. One of the ways that you can tell that we're obviously getting a higher caliber gun or a different type of gun is if you compare the second one down to the third one down. You can see that the gun shield has changed. The kind of design of the turret and shield has changed, so obviously that usually implies that something else has changed, and in this case it has. It's going to be the gun caliber. Now you've also got 2 times triple torpedo launchers along the center line. Looking into the pros and cons, pros, this is going to be the possibly for us having the first one to have access to the main battery reload booster. Now that reduces your reload time by 50% for 15 seconds. Now looking at the PC version of her, she has a reload time of 5.6 seconds. So let's say 6 seconds, half of that makes it 3 seconds. In 15 seconds you're going to be able to get 5 volleys down range, 5 guns as well, so you're looking at being able to get 25 shells down range in 15 seconds. That's she's going to be very dangerous against destroyers. If you play for Buki, if you play Icarus, you do not want to be running into Guépard, because she's going to tear you up, is the best way to put it. She's just going to be able to pop that reload booster, put herself broadside on, and sling shots at you. And she's going to be fast. If she's got engine boost, she's going to be really fast. You're not going to be able to outrun her. So this is going to make stealth torpedo boat kind of gameplay, or gameplay of weaker destroyers, very interesting. Okay, so bear that in mind. This is going to really change up how destroyers interact with each other, having these in the field. Now continuing with her pros, she's got fast, hard-hitting torpedoes. With her engine boost, she has a very good top speed. Her downsides, obviously, she doesn't have smoke screen, so it can make it difficult to disengage if she comes across something that she doesn't want to have to fight. She has a large detectability. The torpedoes are exactly the same as the Jaguar, which we're expecting to come at tier 4. And they have quite a long reload, and the torpedo and gun arcs, in order to bring everything to bear, again don't look favourable in this case. Going on to tier 6, that's the destroyer that you're seeing at the top of the video here. Vauquelin? Oh God knows. So she has 5 times single mounts of the 139 or 5.5 inch guns, but the main difference that you can see is that she has this alternative torpedo launcher layout. So her rearward torpedo launcher is a single triple mount, but in the center line, or in the center of the ship, you can see that she doesn't have like a center line torpedo mount, but she's got 2 double torpedo launchers or wing mounted. Now by having these wing mounted, it means that she's going to have more favorable torpedo arcs from those double launchers, almost possibly being able to fire them more forward than you would normally expect, similar on par to the German destroyers at a lower tier with those forward facing torpedo launchers almost. So this could be quite an interesting one where she might be able to charge forward and fire 2 torpedoes off from her port side, and then swish over and fire 2 torpedoes out from her starboard side, continue the turn and fire her triple launcher. So she's going to be able to chuck these torpedoes at you when approaching you, and possibly, looking at how they're ranged, she might be able to actually fire them rearward at really decent angles as well, making her very good for kiting away as well, being able to just chuck torpedoes behind her. So going on to the pros and cons, she has again main battery reload booster if she comes with it in this game, so that's going to be really interesting because her main battery reload is 5 seconds now, so that was reducing that to 2.5 seconds, so you've got 15 seconds of that. So basically you're going to get 6 volleys out down range, so that's making a lot more difference. You've got 5 turrets, so now you're going to be getting 30 shots down range in 15 seconds. Again, horrible for the whoever's on the receiving end of that, especially if you're in an Akatsuki or an Ashasho. So things to bear in mind, guys. Again, she has a high health pool. She's speedy as speedy torpedoes, I should say, and she's speedy herself when she has her engine boost on, because obviously that engine boost is going to be really buffing that top speed. And also, yeah, she's going to have quite good gun and torpedo arcs. That's something to really bear in mind. She doesn't have a smoke screen though, so again, she will struggle to disengage from speedy cruisers, or if she's weak and comes across like a healthier gun destroyer, then she might not want to take that engagement, but she might not be able to break off. Torpedoes are the same as the Jaguar, so therefore you're looking at having the same torpedoes from tier 4, 5 and 6, and again quite a large turning circle and quite a large detectability range as well. So this is where maybe looking into the commanders that do that reduced detectability when you have the engine boost active could be quite interesting, but also stacking every single stealth thing you can on this. The concealment mod, Eric Bay, if you've got the Polish commander, stick him on there, going for some of the look at me now is the trait I'm thinking of. Now obviously I'm now going to do a bit of speculation, but I'm going to say we are going to be looking at the Le Fantasque, La Fantastique. Good, my French ain't that good. Expecting her at tier 7. Now she's not pictured here. Maybe we might get a sneak peek at her in the live stream or in the patch notes, probably coming. I'd say patch notes going to be coming next week, and the live stream will be coming obviously on the first day of the patch. Now again, she still has the 139mm or 5.5 inch guns. Now these are going to be 5 single mounts, so again the number of guns aren't really changing. Reload time here is 6 seconds, so that's interesting. Torpedo tubes, now we're up to 3 times 3, so basically we've got 3 triple launchers. This is almost putting you on par with the amount of torpedoes that you can chuck down range, almost on par with say like a Fubuki or an Akatsuki, I want to say, where you're able to chuck 9 torpedoes down range. And also by having them in triple launchers, it should maybe help with the torpedo reload speed. The pros of her is that she does have this good HP pool. She has quite strong shells as well. She does come with that main battery reload booster again, so she's going to be able to get 5 volleys off in quick succession when she pops that reload booster. Decent torpedo armament, probably because you're able to bring 9 torpedoes to the game rather than the usual 6 or 7 that all the others have had up to this point. And again, very fast as well, especially considering the engine boost. The downsides of her is obviously that lack of having the smoke screen, her poor concealment, and apparently she has quite a slow turret traverse, so almost okay, there's something to bear in mind. So having looked through these things to draw comparisons from, I say you're probably going to be looking at things like the Minsk, the Guide, the Z-23, the Podvorsky, the Grenevi, those kind of those Russian destroyers, even the Tashkent as well, because the Tashkent kind of has that high HP pool. So you're looking at, if you like those kind of destroyers, you might like this. Obviously, you are going to have to live without a smoke screen. So with these, you are really relying on your speed to be able to nip in and nip out. Looks like you can stealth torpedo, which is a godsend, especially if you consider how great the Russian torpedoes are. Looks like you got good guns, and with that main battery reload booster that we should be getting from tier 5, 6 and 7, it's going to be, these are going to be horrible destroyer killers. They're almost like baby cruisers. They're almost like cruisers without citadels. Is a nice way to look at it. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you like this kind of content, feel free to subscribe, and if you are already a subscriber, then thank you very much. I'd like to say thank you for everyone who turned up to Friday's stream. It was brilliant to see you all there. Had a good chat. Quite a good discussion. I am processing that live stream, trying to stitch the two halves together. Thank you for bearing with me when the internet dropped out there. If you have any of your own game captures or are looking for some help, you can send in game captures to our email address, which will be down in the description, and then if it's a good game and stuff like that, I'll put it under Amateur Reports. If you are looking for help, then I will put it under Sea Trials, and obviously try and give some pointers and tips. Well, until next time, I'm the Gareth Major, and back to the port.